Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Fuel Power and welcome to our coverage from the Radwood 2022 event here at Bicester Heritage. Let's go and have a look and see what's here. We start off this section then by having a look at two Honda motorcycles, that one being CBR RR and this being a Honda VFR 400R. There's a lot of R's in the names of these. I like these lights on this. It's a shame we haven't got our motorcycle correspondent with us today, but never mind, I'm sure he'll be making an appearance at some point on the channel. Mercedes 380 SL. Very stylish looking little car, these. Quite like them myself. Chrome style arches on them. This side's also got DAB as well. Aftermarket installed, but it all works. Automatic gearbox for ultimate luxury when driving. Suzuki Cappuccino, little sporty style K car from Japan. These things are very, very lovely. Again, another car I would quite like to add to my future garage, which is slowly developing into a barn or workshop of some sort. Ford Puma with rally flaps on it. Next to a BMW Alpina. Have a look at that glorious magnificence which is the engine. So nicely laid out and so clean as well. The late 80s, early 90s Lotus Elan, quite different from its original 60s car, of course, which it's based on. Renault Clio Williams, of course built at a time when Renault and the Williams F1 team had quite a close relationship. 2-litre engine. Again, another little warm hatch or hot hatch especially that I'd quite like to have at some point. Yeah, this one's in excellent condition. Porsche 944 with blue paint and offsetting gold wheels. Ferrari Testarossa in yellow. Quite an interesting colour. You don't see many older Ferraris in yellow. They're mostly either white or red. That's quite nice. Peugeot 106 Rally. This could be yours as it is for sale. It's a Phase 2. A Bertone X19. Obviously Bertone style vehicle for Fiat. Vauxhall Cavalier Mark II, I think it is, SRI. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong about that. The Fiat Cinquecento.
I did think, I thought...
You've got a bit of a younger face on it, I think.
It's not really something that we have a look at too much on this channel, but here's a Bentley Brooklyn. Stunning shade of green, with a bit of a beigey leather interior. I like the styling of this, twin exit exhausts. Maybe not the last word in sportiness, but certainly something a little bit different. Volkswagen Scirocco Gt. What surprised me is the standard, they are fairly high. I think of them as being quite a bit lower, but really it's quite a high vehicle. And it's a dog. It's almost as big as the car. Ford Fiesta, I believe this is the base model. It's quite an early one as well, the Mark III generation. It's only got one door mirror and that's on the driver's side. Just look, the passenger side, all blanked off. This is here with #WeirdCarTwitter. Fiesta popular. I love this. I love the offset Ford badge. I don't know why, but I just really like it. And the slightly, I guess, more droopy exhaust. It's an acquired taste, I suppose. Wiper. Yeah, very simple motoring. 4-speed gearbox. Little Kent engine in that, I believe. Maybe a 1 litre, 1.1, something like that. Peugeot 306 from the South Downs French Car Club. Might have actually seen this car at Castle Combe before. The Seat, I think it's an Ibiza even. GTI. Have a quick look. Ibiza Cupra Sport, yes, I was right. Yeah, not really seen one of those in years. Peugeot 106 Rally next to a VW Golf Mark III Cabriolet. I think it's a 3.5 or something like that under there, technically. There's a lot of technicalities with motoring sometimes. VW Corrado. These things are incredibly popular back in their day. This is a VR6 model as well, so even more power. Got a V6 hiding away underneath the bonnet. A Holden Ute. I'm pretty sure this was sold here in the UK as the Maloo under the Vauxhall brand, because of course Holden and Vauxhall at the time were both owned by General Motors, who tended to share cars quite a lot, here, there and everywhere. Oh, I like that on this little key car. Suzuki Alto. Pretty sure the boys on Mighty Car Mods have got something similar to this. Quite like it. It's very small, very, very compact. Obviously built for city use in Japan. Yeah, I quite like that. It's nicely done. MG, I think it's an F by the looks of it. Yes, MGF. With a bit of lack appeal, but nothing too major on it. Nice looking car, the F. Sporty front splitter as well. Bmw Corrado 16 valve. The VR6 is having a bit of a cry. Rover 600. Next to a car that will be familiar to many people who watch on YouTube. Giselle the GSA. A car owned by Mr. Hubnut himself. He's around today filming. Certainly fits in very well with the 80s and 90s theme that Radwood has. Lovely interior. I bet the seats are really very soft. Bmw 5 Series, I think it is. Huge wheels on it, really help it to stand out. The interior is quite nice, not quite sure how well it's showing up on camera. Two quite heavily modified, I guess, high-end cars. Mercedes 190 and a Lincoln Town Car. These things are quite popular here in the UK as limos. I don't think the Lincoln cars were sold here in the UK as standard. They're usually imported and then obviously cut up and stretched out to make a limo. But this one is not. This one's just a little bit different. The wheels are really, really very small on there. The Corvette, I think it's a Z06 off the top of my head. Giving their opinions on the latest Corvette by the looks of it from the plate. VW modified VW Jetta. Liking the wheels on this, they work quite nicely. GX. Mazda MX-3. Pretty sure that my good friend Amber from Driven 24/7 had one of these not too long ago. Well, I don't know what this is. A GMC pickup truck. I don't know the model. Not too familiar with the GMC brand. It's only a very, very big car, especially compared to the Mitsubishi Colt Cordia next to it, which is a turbo, sunroof, lovely style of graphics. I think it's 1980s, this car. Yes, it is. So very 80s style of graphic. I do like it. Big old exhaust as well. Honda Beat. Pretty sure we saw this earlier this year at the Weird Car Twitter meet at Jilk's Garage Cafe in Warwickshire. It's a nice looking little car. Do like these. Quite funny seeing these next to Suzuki Cappuccino. Another Wedgie TVR. It's a Tasman 350. I've always wondered what the model of this was. I'm never quite sure. VW Polo G40. Subaru Forester. Audi S2R by the looks of it, with Porsche badge underneath, which rather suggests there may be a bit of hidden extra power in this. Can't say I'm too clued up on these particular models. It's quite a good looking vehicle. Daihatsu Cure next to it. S-Reg from Formby Daihatsu in Merseyside. Oh, it's got a Radwood sticker. I need to get one of those for the Mini. It's amazing me just how small some of these Japanese cars really are. Nissan 350 or 370Z. An Audi Quattro, 28 valve apparently. Peugeot 205 XE with offset white wheels. Those look nice. This car's sitting quite nicely on those. I like the way the 205 drives. I did have a go in one last year, I think it was. Possibly the year before. No, it was definitely last year. 1.1, but it drove really nicely. You can see why the 205 was so popular. Saab 900 Turbo. Peugeot 205 GTI 1.9 with extra added 90s goodness, or 80s goodness even, obviously depending on the age of the car. Corrado V6, Fiat Cinquecento. This looks like it's a sporting model, so 1.1 litre, I think in the region of about 50-60 horsepower, something like that. Basically a bit of a precursor to my Panda 100 HP, obviously slightly different model, but the Panda did eventually replace the Seicento, which replaced that. A Holden Monaro, this looks like it is. HSV, so you have Holden Special Vehicle. Monaro, this sold in the UK standard as a Vauxhall. Lotus Elan T-Reg. This Nissan Micro looks slightly different. It's got a different face and I can't quite put my finger on why. But these things are becoming quite rare now. You don't see many Micros. I remember rightly, these cars were quite well based on the original Mini in some styling aspects, not all. VW Golf Mark II, this looks like it's probably a GTI, although it doesn't say it on the back. It does say it on the side, so yes. VW Rally Golf with interesting wheels, rather large side skirt, G60, which suggests more sporting power, as it was at the time. A very different front end from the usual Golf, in that the usual Golf's got round headlights. This one's obviously got more rectangular style, but just little details like that that help differentiate it from other models. Honda Civic. It's a GL model, 16 valve. Glorious little colour, this one. Quite like it. Again, I might be wanting to take away other cars with me. But I do like that very typical of the time font. Bmw E30 next to another Saab 900 Turbo. Lancia, I think it's a Thema over there. Let's go and have a quick look. Jump cut and all that. No, not a Thema, it's a car a bit before my time. Lancia Dedra, or Dedra. So something a little bit different. Roller blinds in the back, big speakers, very flush fitting door handles. Very stylish looking car, this. Film and TV cars over there. See if I can get as many of them as possible. A-Team GMC van. DeLorean from Back to the Future, being filmed currently by Furious Driving. Not sure on the police car in the middle. I'm sure somebody will let me know down below. Ecto 1 from the Ghostbusters films. And Kit from Knight Rider. Earlier on it did have the little red bar on the front going across, which is quite a cool effect to say the least, but it doesn't have it at the minute. Chevy Camaro next to a Toyota Mr. 2. Skoda Felicia, it's had a little bit of archwork, but then most cars of this era have had some work done to keep them looking fresh. This is a nice example. BMW 3 Series next to an Escort Mark III. Pre-facelift, Genovese being attacked by a wasp. It's quite a big wasp as well, actually. Toyota Supra, Peugeot 306, 5 Series BMW, and here's another, I think slightly later model in front of it. This I think is an Audi AT, I'm going to put my guess in. It is an Audi AT 2-litre E. I think again we might have seen this car at Jilks earlier this year. As this is an active airfield, planes are obviously starting up in the background. Fiesta Mark II XR2. Audi AT. Ooh, a slightly touring car style BMW E30. I'm liking the livery, I'm liking that a lot. Livery design is usually very, very appealing to the eye, because of course they want you to have a look for the sake of the sponsors more than anything. But obviously it's very on brand with BMW's M division. Quite heavily modified, this one. Again, don't know many facts about those Mercedes. BMW 3 Series. This is a 3-door, or 2-door technically. My dad had one of these back in the mid-90s. First car I ever had a ride in as a baby. So there we go, a little bit of fun fact for you there. This I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's find out. Toyota Sora. Never saw one of these before. I don't think that worked. Probably didn't. But yeah, never seen one of these before in the flesh, so it's quite interesting to see one here today. Very, very long bonnet. Quite nicely styled. So you see the Toyota look in it. Obviously it is Toyota, but some vehicles, which I think this would be an import, some vehicles that are sold in other markets don't necessarily look the same as the faces on vehicles over here in the UK. Saab 900 Turbo convertible. The sun, the moon and the Saab. Oh, that's quite nice. Look in there, 3-spoke wheels. Oh, hello, is that an old school telephone in there? It is. I like the old school telephone in there. Little MR2. Not the Ferrari in front, there is an MR2 at the back. But Ferrari here, next to a small collection of Volvos. A V70R, in fact 2 of them. That one's all-wheel drive. I know you're a fan of the Volvos, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. 2 Nissan Skyline GTRs. Mazda RX-7. I think it's a Jaguar at the back. Of course, Jaguar and Daimler did have quite similar styling at this point in time. This is definitely a Jaguar. Audi looks like it's an S4. Oh, look at that BMW. Yes, RX-7 in front. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 6, I think, or 7? No, that's not 7, that is 6. We've seen Furious driving about, and there he is, just getting a photo of his Volvo with all the other Volvos, with the flying moose on the side.
I like this.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Bmw E36 compact. Something a little bit different as well. Then we just walked past this and we had a look over here. NREG Mazda MX-5. Porsche 928 just heading on out. It's a good selection of vehicles here. Vauxhall Cavalier Calibra. That's a little bit different. 2-litre 8-valve overhead cam. 130 horsepower at 5,500 RPM basically. 500 produced and finished in striking carmine red. As seen on James May's Cars of the People. Oh, who remembers that TV show? I remember that. I used to watch it religiously. A couple of Metros. One may be familiar to many viewers on YouTube. Yes, it belongs to Twin Cam. Metro 1300. These Volvos used to be everywhere at one point, but again, not so many sold. Well, not so many sold, not so many around now. Saab Turbo, A Series Coupe, E36 convertible, Punto convertible as well, they're quite rare. Another Clio, looks like it might be a Williams. Let's have a quick look. Usually the Williamses were sold in blue with gold wheels. Might just be a sporty Clio. Either way, good to see it here. Mazda MX-5 Roadster. Unos by the looks of it. Mitsubishi 3000 GT. These things are a little bit different. Again, not many here in the UK, but this one's quite nice. And I think lastly, but not least of this particular section, the Morris Ital 1.3 HL. It belongs to Sarah Crabtree of Bangers and Cash fame. Have a quick look in the interior. Tiger seat coverings. This is Ivan the Ital. And that was that particular section here at Bicester Heritage for Radwood 2022. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, let me know what was your favourite car here. And of course, if you want to see more car-based content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for plenty more of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you in the next video. Until then, farewell.